Welcome to Restorative Yoga for weight loss. Today's class is going to be a little bit more prop intensive. I've grabbed two very bulky, stiffer pillows. Also grabbed a smaller, softer pillow. In addition to the pillows that I've grabbed, I found two blankets that I'm going to roll up very tightly. Now, you may get away with one bulky blanket depending on preference, but that's up to you. I also have a bit of a cooler house, so I like to use an extra blanket for heat purposes as well. Tuck those props off to the side, and then one more prop that you're going to need for this practice is a chair. And make sure that this chair will be comfortable enough for you to prop your legs onto the seat with. So take this moment, collect your props, and when you're ready, we can meet on the mat. And as we get started, our first pose will be a supported forward fold. You can do this with a wall, like I am, or with your chair. So if you're using a wall, having your palms flat against the wall, and your feet staggered, toes pointing towards the wall. One foot slightly in front of the other. And begin to explore as you start to go a little bit lower and a little bit lower, but not going any further than a flat back. If you're using a chair, grasping onto the back of that chair and exploring the forward fold in a similar way. Not going any deeper than a flat back. Using this pose as a gentle warm-up and acknowledging any sensations in the body, and a reminder here that in restorative yoga, sensation and even occasional discomfort is just fine, but pain is not. So as we hold these poses, knowing that you have the freedom to release if need be. Taking a nice deep breath here and preparing to switch sides. Perhaps with an inhale, taking yourself to Tadasana, reaching arms towards the ceiling, maybe engaging in a little bit of a back bend. Slowly dropping the hands down, maybe a side stretch. And then sending the other foot forward, both toes pointing towards the wall or the chair. And preparing yourself to come back into your supported forward fold. Again, being curious with the depth of this position. Slowly beginning to draw deep inhales and exhales. And coming out of the supported fold by gently bending the knees and lifting yourself up. And preparing for our next pose by grabbing a blanket, and if it's not already rolled up, rolling that up there. A small pillow would be a nice prop here as well. And then making your way onto your back, starting by placing that small pillow or rolled up blanket at the tops of your shoulders. And allowing the feet to spread out and the hands to relax. And this gentle heart opener, releasing any tension in the jaw. And slowly beginning to invite an awareness of the breath. Drawing in inhales through the nostrils and perhaps sighing out an exhale through the mouth. As you take your attention as well to the support of your blanket or pillow. Slowly bringing awareness back to your body position. And then gently, when you're ready, taking the hands and placing them underneath the shoulders to sit yourself up into a gentle seated position. Not going too far out of this pose because we just want to take that blanket now and draw it to the middle of our back. And slowly and gently allowing ourselves to lay back down. Noticing how the experience is different now that we have the support at the middle of our back. This is very similar to a gentle, supported back bend. Begin to draw deeper breaths here, getting ready to slide that blanket down to its last position, to the very small of our backs, lifting our hips off the earth and allowing our shoulders to make contact with our mat. And again, allowing our feet to relax, our hands and arms to relax, to take our attention to the places that we feel support and contact, as we allow our breath to slow and lengthen. Gently taking your awareness back to your body on the mat, and slowly allowing yourself to release from this position, maybe rolling onto your side and pushing up. And then grab your chair, bring it to the bottom of your mat where your feet will be. And take that bolster that was rolled up, or an extra blanket that you might have, and set it underneath your sits bones, lifting your hips off the earth just a little bit, maybe even grabbing that other blanket to provide some cushion on your chair, and taking time to give yourself some necessary support. If legs crossed here is not available to you for whatever reason, you can take your legs and send them straight or wide. And just know that if you keep your legs straight or decide to keep your legs wide, when I cue through switching sides with cross-legged, you can remain where you are in the supported forward fold. Taking a moment, if you wish, to adjust your props, adjust the body, make any decisions about what might be right for you in this pose, and then take your attention to your breath. Allow your inhales and exhales to become deeper and longer. And then take a moment to observe what these changes bring up for us in our bodies. Knowing that these changes are neither right or wrong, they just are. If you are in a straight-legged position or a wide-legged position, please stay where you are. Maybe switching cheeks. But if your legs are crossed, please take a moment to gently push yourself up and swap legs, and then come back into the seated forward fold. And slowly bringing awareness to the body. If you've allowed your breath to become a bit shallower, perhaps inviting a deeper inhale and exhale as we slowly push out of this position. If it feels right in the spine, perhaps going through some seated cat-cows here, drawing shoulders back, heart open to the chair, and then an exhale, drawing spine behind you, gaze towards your belly button. And moving with the breath in this way, a couple more times if it feels good. And then when you're ready, leaving the chair and the blanket that's resting on the chair where it is, but the blanket that you're sitting on, removing that from underneath your sits bones, folding it so that it'll be a nice pillow to support your shoulders. As you prepare to take your feet and rest them on the chair, and then the blanket to support your head and shoulders on the earth. Hands can spread out to the side. Perhaps rest on the heart and the belly if that feels good. And taking any last minute adjustments you may need to tweak your props, adjust your body to find a position of comfort and support. Perhaps feeling heavy and sink into all the places that your body makes contact with a floor or a prop. Begin to invite a deeper inhale and exhale. Before we transition into our final pose, transitioning our body out of this one by inhaling our arms, maybe reaching them towards the ceiling and back behind us, and then drawing them back towards the floor. Maybe connecting movement with breath with an inhale, reaching arms up and behind us, and then with an exhale, drawing them back to the earth. Maybe even drawing knees to the chest. And wherever you are, rolling onto your side, removing the chair and the blanket, and preparing yourself for Shavasana. An invitation to explore a supported Shavasana here. And what that can look like is grabbing that extra blanket, maybe a pillow, and creating some support where your head and shoulders will rest. And placing a bulky item, whether it be a pillow or a blanket, underneath the knees. And allowing your hands to rest wherever feels natural to you. And take your attention once again to the support you feel from your props, from the support you feel from the earth, and allow all these places to feel heavy. Allow yourself to sink into the earth here. And know that you can stay in this pose for as long as you need. And wherever you are in your day today, whether it be the start of your day or the end, I hope that the rest of it is filled with peace and gratitude. Thank you.